Hi Gemini, welcome to March. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And this month we have a new moon in Pisces on the 2nd. Then Mars and Venus move into Aquarius on the 7th, which is favorable to your sign. Then we have a full moon in Virgo on the 18th. And then the Sun moves into Aries for the spring equinox. That's on the 20th. And that's favorable to your sign as well. So we'll get into the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say for Gemini, for love and relationships. What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships? What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships? For the month of March 2022, 2022. What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships for March 2022? Okay, let's see what we have. The Six of Swords, the Lovers, the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Moon, the Two of Wands, the Chariot, the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Okay. So, Six of Swords, you are moving on. This is a card of moving away from difficulty and moving toward greater harmony. Like, it could be an actual move where you're moving away from something, but it could be also figurative, where you're just moving out of a difficult time, moving towards something that's better, leaving your troubles behind. You have the Lovers crossing. So I feel like you have to make a choice this month. It could be a decision, a choice between two people. Which one do I really want to be with? Or it could even be a choice between staying or going. Like, do I stay and work this out, or do I just leave? I feel like you might have had some conflicts to overcome, or because you had the Seven of Wands in the past. This is a card of standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in, overcoming obstacles. So you're fighting for what you believe in. You might have been fighting to save a relationship, or maybe you had to set boundaries in a relationship if you felt like your needs weren't being met. You have this Queen of Wands energy and the King of Cups energy here. So Queen of Wands energy is something that's has influenced your life, but it's fading. So this could be a relationship that you're letting go of for some of you. The Queen of Wands energy is someone who goes after what they want. They're very they're very aggressive or very assertive. How should I put it? They make good leaders. They're very good at managing things and juggling a whole bunch of stuff. But the ends justifies the means. Like, they have a goal, they're going to get it come hell or high water. They don't care what they have to do to get their goal. So they can be a little bit dishonest at times if they're trying to achieve something. This could also represent, so it could be that you're leaving someone behind that has this strong personality, that strong person that's, been very aggressive or assertive in a relationship, trying to, get things going. It could also mean that you have embraced this energy, this leadership energy, where you're going after what you want. You decided to go after what you want. The King of Cups, this could be, it could be a water sign. This is a person who is a healer, could be working in a healing profession. someone who's very calm, someone you could really talk to, someone who gives advice. So it could be a good friend that you go to talk to. Could even be a counselor. So maybe you've been getting some counseling and they've been teaching you how to stand up for yourself, how to be more like the Queen of Wands, like don't let people walk on you. Just, stand up for what you believe in, take charge, go after what you want, especially in a relationship, and not only just relationship, but even in business situations or work situations. But this could also be a potential love interest with someone that has a healing effect on you. Someone who's calm, someone who, you could just talk to them, you could tell them anything, and they just really, you feel like they understand you. They get you. And they're very calm in a crisis. They're not like running around like crazy, like, oh my God, oh my God. No, they're not drama. They have no drama. But they're very compassionate. They may not always reveal their feelings. They may keep their feelings to themselves. But that could be... I feel like there's this element of choice this month. Coming up in the future, you have this Three of Cups with the moon. So the Three of Cups energy could be getting together with friends, partying, having people around you that are supporting you, that are supportive. If you're making changes, so if you're leaving a relationship behind, I feel like you're having there's a lot of support to help you get through that. Even if you're not leaving a relationship behind for some of you. I mean, some of you might be breaking up with someone that, you just decide I'm moving on. But for those who want to stay and make it work, I feel like either way you're being supported. But you're having to make the choice. You have to make the decision. Now, coming up in the future with the moon card, the moon is about, uncertainty, things that are hidden, confusion. Like you may be wondering, for some of you, you might be wondering, can I trust my partner? Is there another person? Is there a third party? Is there any kind of deception going on? And it may or may not be. It may be that your imagination is just running wild, that you're just being suspicious. But I feel like with the moon here, you need to find out more information. You need to look deeper. So you may not have all the facts. So before you jump to conclusions and make a decision without having all the facts, you may need to talk to someone. And maybe even if you talk to a friend, just to sort out your feelings or to sort out your perceptions. That can be a help. Sometimes the Three of Cups can be a third-party situation. Not always, but only because the moon is here, I had to bring that up. And it may not be for everyone, because this is a general reading. It's not, and cards can have several meanings. The main thing about the moon is not to let your imagination run wild. Not to go to extremes of thinking overly positive or overly negative in a situation. Don't, because, a lot of times if we don't know all the facts, we fill them in with our imagination, and sometimes we could be way off. So you could be thinking like, well, this person hasn't called me, maybe they're dating someone else, or maybe they're in a relationship, maybe they don't care, or maybe this or maybe that. Don't leave anything to chance. If you have a question in your mind, talk to the person. Go right to the source, and that way you'll get the answer. And you won't have to let your imagination go crazy and drive you crazy. Now, you have the Two of Wands here, so this is a potential partnership, plus you have the Two of Cups. So, this is more of a business thing, I think, with the Two of Wands. You might be partnering with someone in career matters or business, and you're wondering, how's this going to work out? So you could have started a new job, wondering, or being offered a new role where you're partnering with someone and you're thinking, well, I don't know, is this going to work? It could even be a relationship where you might have started something new and you're thinking, you're just kind of waiting. But it's in your negative thinking sector, so you might be doubting doubting the potential of this partnership. So you're kind of on the fence, like, I don't know if this is going to work. In your environment, you have the Chariot. The Chariot's a card of victory through discipline and focus. But it's also a card of being scattered. So if you've been involved in too many projects, have too many irons in the fire, maybe you're even dating a bunch of people, you really need to take a step back and think, okay, what is it that I really want? And what's really important to me? You may not be able to juggle all these things. It may be taking you away from You know, maybe you're so busy with your projects that you don't have time for love, or you don't have time to develop a relationship. So this is a card of telling you to don't be led all over the place by your desires. Like, you may be like a kid in a candy store when it comes to love, where you're like, oh, I like this person I'm dating, but then there's this person, and then this, and somebody else walks by, you know, and you have too many options, and you're like, I don't know what I want, because Gemini likes variety, and you get bored with the same old, same old. But what this card is saying, if you want a long-lasting relationship, you have to really sort through all these options and pick the one that means the most to you. What is the person, you know, what is the relationship that's going to really resonate with you the best, where you can, you know, sink your energy into and create a committed partnership or something that lasts. You've got this Two of Cups here, so you really want a soulmate connection. This is in your wish fulfillment. You want to meet someone that you feel, you know, you see eye to eye with, that you're on the same page, and that is possible. It's very possible. Maybe you need to get out and socialize a little bit more, because the Three of Cups can mean getting together with friends, getting out, socializing, networking. And don't, like, kill something before it starts. Don't let your fears or your imagination, you know, like if you've been through a difficult time in the past, don't imagine that every relationship is going to be like that. A lot of times that's what we do. You know, we make the next person pay for the sins of the past person. So there could be, now you have the Wheel of Fortune as a final card. So there could be some unexpected developments in love this month, where you suddenly meet someone out of the blue and you're connecting, and it's like, wow, this is, you know, I'm feeling this. And it could be with someone that's very different energy than the past person. So I feel like if you're leaving someone behind that was more assertive, aggressive, you know, in your face kind of person, not afraid to, you know, very, you know, pushy, you might be connecting with someone this time around that's a little bit more quiet, a little more reserved, not, you know, someone more sensitive, but someone very compassionate, someone who has deep feelings but they're kind of shy. They might be a little bit shy. So, in any case, things are changing for the better. And you have sometimes the lovers, most of the times it means a choice needs to be made, but it can also bring in a really strong relationship, a connection. Because this is like the higher, you know, the major arcana of the Two of Cups. You've got the two love cards here, the relationship cards, you know. And they both mean like soulmate connection, but the Lovers is even stronger. The Lovers is like, yeah, this relationship can really have an impact on my life, can really change my life. You know, you might connect with someone thinking that it's just a date or something, and then it could turn into something very meaningful, very positive, where you can't see yourself without this person. So if you've been going through a difficult time in love, things are shifting. The energy is shifting into a more positive time. Just don't let your fears or your imagination ruin it. You know, go with the flow, embrace love. So let's see what the healing angels, what message these angels have for you this month for March. What do the healing angels want to tell Gemini? Let's pick a card, any card. Freedom. Okay, so let me close this up, and I think I lost a card in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, so freedom. Let's see what freedom has to say to you. I think you're probably going to be feeling freer this month. The angels guide you to freely express your true thoughts and feelings with love. You may feel trapped right now by life conditions, but drawing this card, the angels ask you to realize that you are the only jailkeeper that ever surfaces in your own life. Whenever you realize that you have the power to be free, freedom follows. Everything that you do in your life is by choice, and you are free to choose again. Even prisoners are free to choose their thoughts so that they feel peace and happiness under any conditions. The next time you begin a sentence with, I have to blank, please stop. Ask God and the angels to show you some alternatives. They will either help you to complete the task from a loving mindset so you don't feel trapped, or they will guide you to do something else that you will love. So yeah, this kind of reinforces the energy of this reading. You may free yourself from a relationship that's not working, or you may approach it from a new perspective, where it can give you, like, stand up for what you believe in, set some boundaries that allows you some greater freedom. In any case, things are changing for the better. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So we have this new moon in Pisces on March 2nd, and it's falling in your 10th house, which is your life direction. It's a house of career and life direction. And you have a new moon there, conjunct Jupiter. And Neptune is also there. So Jupiter is bringing you opportunity. Neptune might have had you confused about your life direction. But when Jupiter hits, and with this new moon, Jupiter's conjunct the new moon, you have an opportunity for a new beginning, to take a new direction in life. And this new beginning is, the new moon is sextile Uranus. Excuse me. And Uranus is in your 12th house, which is the house of whatever's hidden enemies, hidden thoughts, psychological programming, the way we self-sabotage, karma. So anything that's been holding you back, things that you need to, that's holding you back from being your authentic self, you're going to have an opportunity to release past karma, release past habits and blockages, psychological blockages. And if anyone's been working against you, you can find that out also. That will probably happen around the full moon. So let's see, we have Mercury and Saturn coming together in the 9th house. So you could be working really hard on learning some new skills. The 9th house is about higher education, teaching, learning, publishing, long-distance travel. So with Mercury rules your thoughts, your thinking. And with Saturn, if you're studying something in school, if you're learning some new skills, you're being very dedicated and it's like a scholarly aspect. You want to go deep, you want to be thorough. Saturn brings, it's like hard work. You might be going through a rigorous program, but it's going to bring you great rewards once you get through it. The other thing you want to avoid with Mercury and Saturn is negative thinking, cynical thinking, depression. Sometimes that can happen. So don't let your imagination think the worst case scenario. You want to be critical. You want to have a critical mind. But you don't want to be negative, right? So critical thinking, weighing both sides. Don't just go to the dark side. Look at both sides and find some, middle ground. Now, Venus and Mars and Pluto are in your 8th house this month, and Venus and Mars and Pluto are coming together in a conjunction. That's really powerful energy. And in your 8th house, that can lead to a major transformation. So if you connect with someone this month in a love relationship, it can blow the lid off your fears of intimacy. I mean, it could be very passionate. It could be a relationship that really transforms your life and allows you to confront the darkness within. If you've had fears of intimacy, if you've been too controlling in a relationship. It also has to do with a partner's money. So you could be connecting with someone, and their income helps change your life in some way, or you're getting a grant, you're getting some kind of inheritance, or you're getting some, because you have Venus and Pluto together. It could be some inheritance or some money coming in from an insurance payout or something. But I feel like with this moon, Venus and Mars and Pluto are trining the North Node in your 12th house. So I feel like that this is a month of psychological insight. So if you've had blocks to intimacy or fears of bonding with someone at the soul level, and if you work on it, I think that this could really help you to drop that, to come to terms with those blocks and release them, And then that invites more abundance and more intimacy into your life. So you could have a relationship that really transforms your life in a positive way. Jupiter is sextile Uranus, so that brings opportunity. It could be a career opportunity that helps you. It could also be, you might, like the Uranus in the 12th. The 12th house has to do with like institutions, so hospitals, prisons, areas of confinement, psychological issues, the unconscious, spirituality. Maybe you get a job opportunity working with prisoners, working with people that are confined in some way, or maybe there could be someone that you're helping. You're taking care of a relative or somebody that's in a hospital, or you're doing work for the people that are confined. That are, you could be doing psychological work with someone. Let's see, what else? Venus and Mars then go into, they go from Capricorn into Aquarius on the 7th, and that will put them in your 9th house. So you could be, if you're connecting with someone this month, it could be someone that you meet through higher education. Maybe you're taking a class and you meet someone in the class, or through travel. You're on a trip, you're going on vacation, you're traveling somewhere, and you bump into someone. It could even, but whoever you're connecting with, it could be someone from a different culture than you, with different belief systems that expands your awareness in some way. So it gets you out of like a narrow mindset into a more expansive mindset. You could even be publishing. It has to do with publishing. With Venus in the 9th, you could be thinking of writing a book, and working on a creative project. And with Mars there, you might be publishing it in a more innovative way, like through using technology or a website or some kind of thing like that. So you might not be publishing an actual print book. It could be something where, print on demand or something like that. Because Aquarius is like having you think out of the box or get out of, the normal. You could also come up, Mercury is sextile Uranus. So you're going to be having flashes of inspiration. That's like the Mercury sextile Uranus is like genius ideas. You're going to have a lot of creative ideas, especially around your career, your 10th house. Mercury's in your 10th house. So you could be signing a contract. I feel like a contract could come up unexpectedly that really fits what you want to do. And it could involve helping others that are going through difficulties like counseling, some type of counseling, or some kind of healthcare thing. Jupiter, because you have a lot of energy going through your 10th house right now. You have Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune. So there's opportunity, especially when Jupiter conjuncts Neptune in April. I mean, it's close enough now to be influencing, but the conjunction becomes exact in April. So you could have a major breakthrough in your career in April, where you get offered, like some opportunity pops up out of the blue that changes your life direction. It could be a relationship. It could be even a job opportunity. And you're going off in a new direction. And then the sun moves into Aries on March 20th. And that is in your 9th. No, it's in your 11th house. So there could be a new friendship or a new groups that a new cycle coming in with the groups that you belong to. You might be networking. You're on like a new path. The solstice or the equinox is the start of the new astrological year. So a new cycle's coming in. We're letting go of the old cycle. We have like this new energy. Aries is like planting a seed. It's spring. It represents, the beginning of things, a new cycle coming in, especially the 0 point. So you could be starting a new friendship or joining a new group that wants to help society in some way. You could be having a new idea on how to achieve a goal or a dream. The main thing is you have a lot of new beginnings, and you're going to have unexpected, sudden opportunities to improve your life and to release any kind of blockages that have been holding you back. So And that may come through revealing things that are hidden, like things that, sometimes we're run by psychological programming, and that programming, everyone can see it, but we can't. Interferes with our goals and our dreams. But if you can come to terms with that and see it, oh, now I see how I've been sabotaging my life in this way, and you can work on it. It can only be good, where you can drop some baggage and get on a new path that's going to bring you abundance and opportunity and love and freedom. So that's my forecast, Gemini, for March. It's a time to make a dream real, with Jupiter coming together with Neptune. You may start it now, but you may really experience it in April. So think about what you really want, and you can make it happen. So if you like this reading, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. If this resonated with you, leave a comment in the comment box. That helps the channel, and I love reading the comments. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can do a reading based on your specific situation. In the meantime, thank you for your support, and I really appreciate everyone's. If you're new, welcome. I appreciate everyone who's been watching the videos and supporting this channel. I wouldn't be here without you. So in the meantime, enjoy March, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.